Stay ahead of your money. Every Tuesday in the 4 p.m. news, tune in for the Financial Forecast, a live conversation with Fitzwilliams Financial, bringing timely, actionable insights to help you make smarter financial decisions.
Welcome back to Live Impact News.
What is the strategy that's the most effective way to pay down that debt?
Okay, it's time for our weekly financial forecast. We're joined by Tim Fitzwilliams from Fitzwilliams Financial. Always good to see you.
If you're a regular viewer of the show, you know him, you've seen him, you love to hear from him. Tim, how are you today?
I'm doing great.
Of course, I knew you'd have a little green in your tie. I was 100% sure. You're always on top of it with the fits, and so I knew on St. Patty's Day you'd have a little green going on. How's your holiday so far? Thanks for doing a little extra work for us on the holiday.
Yeah, absolutely. Enjoying it. Yeah, I've got quite a few speaking engagements today, but I love doing it, right? Okay. So it's always fun when you love what you do.
One financial move that you would advise people to make this week,
Sure.
this very, very week that we're in.
Yeah, as I just stated about budgets, I think that's the most important thing. Don't get excited over headlines of what's going on in the market. Don't think you can do something today to try to change things. It's probably not going to work out in your favor. Right now, today, look at your budget, talk with a fiduciary, understand what you want to have in your life relative to your risk tolerance, right? What are your goals, your dreams, and desires? And then from that, make a plan.
Well, it's time for our weekly financial forecast. We're here with Tim Fitzwilliams from Fitzwilliams Financial, as we are every Tuesday. Tim, welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
You got to be getting used to this place by now.
I am. I like it. Fun.
Okay, very good. And, our topic today, sort of a mantra, lose more, lose less to make more.
Right.
Now, what does that mean and how do we do it?
So what we're talking about is being able to have less volatility in our portfolio. Right? What can we do to do that? So we target a 25% to 50% less loss in times of volatility. That's the goal.
You talk about volatility a lot. It seems like that is a critical component when you approach financial management. Yes,
a lot of people look at things as it's not a big deal, right? Because I had a little bit of a drop in my portfolio and it all comes back. And that is correct. But we take the standpoint that if you could lose less in those critical moments, right? If you could lose less in those moments, then you should have more overall. Yeah. And that's the whole idea, is to have less volatility so that you can have more.
And then as you go, how much of the success maybe depends on market returns versus your savings rate?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's three things that really matter in this equation, and it's the capital to invest, having the time of investments, and then, of course, your return. Yeah. And you may have two of those three things, so maybe one of those other things you're going to have to push a little harder, which tells us that if we're younger, then we have the time and the capital to put in, then we can take less risk for the capital growth side of it. Yeah.
All three work in concert, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Is any one more important than the others?
I think if I really had to look at it, I think the concept of saving. So the actual capital to put away is the most important.
Yeah, that one comes first, but you need all three.
That's pure opinion, but yeah, you need all three.
Very good, very good. Now, our rule when it comes to trimming winners versus letting them run, having that self-discipline a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's extremely important. That's called rebalancing, right? When you have a portfolio and it's based on your risk tolerance, let's say it's 60-40, and then something takes off and it does really well, which is great. Everybody's excited, but we need to sell and rebalance to get our risk tolerance back in line to what we originally agreed to. Yeah. And so we believe in that. Extremely important. We believe that it's extremely important. And so what we do is we rebalance on a weekly basis and we look at things on a daily basis. So that way, if something happens today in the news that could have a major effect on your portfolio, we're making changes today.
Yeah, difficult for people psychologically to reset like that, no?
It can be, absolutely. That's why you want to have a professional or a fiduciary that's looking at things on an active and tactical manner so that you can get action done right away and not let your emotions take over.
Yeah, and that's so difficult to do. You get excited, you see that you're winning, you feel invincible, but if you can take a step back, rebalance, as you said.
Absolutely.
More long-term success.
It's just like you said earlier, like if you're out and you're playing blackjack or something and you're winning money, let's take a chip off and put it back in the pocket.
Put it back in the pocket.
There you go.
You get home the next day, look at that, a pocket full of chips. You're good
That's
to go.
right. That's the game plan.
Always a pleasure, Tim. We appreciate you
Absolutely.
stopping by. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
All right, that does it for your financial forecast. Now, that forecast airs every Tuesday in our 4 p.m. show. If you have questions you want answered, email us at financialforecast@13newsnow.com. We have yet to throw one at Tim that he hasn't been able to answer. We'll see if we can get you stumped at some point on one of these Tuesdays. I doubt it, though. I doubt it. All right, back to you, Jane.
Every Tuesday in the 4 p.m. news, tune in for the Financial Forecast, a live conversation with Fitzwilliams Financial, bringing timely, actionable insights to help you make smarter financial decisions.